Hello, my lovely Taurians, and a very, very warm welcome to your 2023-24 annual forecast. The big news for you this year is that in May, Jupiter, planet of good fortune, abundance, wealth, learning, wisdom, goes into your sign for about a year. So that will be a time for you to grow, to expand, to take on new opportunities, to welcome whatever comes toward you. But let me go through the main points of this year for you. We start out with two of the personal planets retrograde. Mercury is retrograde here in your 9th house until January 12th. And Mars here, whoopsie daisy, sorry, in your 2nd house is retrograde until January the 18th. Now, when planets are retrograde, particularly as we're beginning a new year, this would suggest that things may get off to a bit of a slow start. Don't expect things to somehow get into gear immediately. It may take a little while. It may take even until the 3rd or 4th week of January before you may feel as though people are waking up and getting some kind of momentum going. The great thing about this energy is that it's a time to go within. Self-care, self-love, being gentle with yourself, introspection, quiet moments, being in nature. The Mercury retrograde resonating with Pluto, really thinking about your thoughts. Can you observe? Are you thinking lots of negative things? Can you train yourself to think more positively? And it takes training. It takes practice. What is the kind of thinking that you want to practice? And with the Pluto there, you've got a power energy helping you to establish new, healthier thinking patterns so that you can manifest a much more joyful life for yourself, at least from the inside. Can't control what goes on the outside, but how you're responding on the inside, you can take the power of your thinking. It's going to be a great time for maybe going back to studying, something you've wanted to study, deepening your studying, publishing that book, sharing important information, and maybe teaching others about something that you're passionate about. The Mars retrograde here suggests that, okay, things may go slowly around financial situations, and for you to act slowly, not to rush into a deal, to rush into something, just say, let me sleep on that. Let me think about that. Yeah, and to feel comfortable about that. Yeah, it's very rare that something is so urgent that you have to buy it immediately or sell it immediately. It's not the usual situation. So just know that in most financial situations, you've got breathing time and breathing space. And give yourself that space. Mars retrograde suggests that you may be going back to something you used to do, some talents that you had maybe as a child, revisiting those and seeing how you can maybe resuscitate those, going back to a hobby or something you love and making that into something financially viable. But the main thing to remember is that if you can go inside and calm yourself, then you won't be so bothered if things aren't moving quickly, at least during the first month of the year, as you might like them to move. On March the 8th, the next significant change is that Saturn, that's been in Aquarius for the last almost 3 years, goes into Pisces. So it's a big shift going out of your 10th house into your 11th house. And it resonates there with the energy of Neptune. Now, Neptune is the dream, and Saturn is the container for that dream to be real, to happen. In the 11th house, this would suggest friendships, communities, collaborations, teamwork, getting together with people, groups, online, offline, an opportunity to really create structures that will allow the dream that you may have for New Earth, wherever you feel you fit into that, to actually materialize. So these are really quite good frequencies together. Although Saturn doesn't particularly like to be in Pisces, Pisces likes to float and be free, Saturn enables you to take creative projects and make them real and accessible to many people, to a wider community. It also brings the possibility of healing and health and well-being to become more widespread and more accessible to a wider community of people. So it's exciting, potentially. On March the 23rd, Pluto changes sign. Been in the 9th house since 2008. It comes just for a few months until June into your 10th house, peeps over there. Now, Pluto in your 10th suggests that you are really going to be coming into your power. And not to be afraid of taking your power, not to be afraid of being strong and resilient. Because you are, Taurus, but this is the realization of that, where you just say, hey, where has my power been leaking away? I'm not having that anymore. Where do I want to take my power in my career, in my relationships, in my finances, in my home, in my being? It's a power placement. And it's like you've got a ball of fire, and how can you use it? And it's very transformational. Gives you the opportunity to transform your life direction and purpose. Now, on April the 20th, we've got a solar eclipse happening in your 12th house. So this is shining a light on anything metaphysical, anything in the esoteric field, healing, health, well-being, astrology, channeling, psychology, the subconscious, past lives. Anything in the unseen realm, shining a light. This brings things to light. You may have some enlightened experiences that take you to a lighter frequency. Powerful. On May, did I say April the 20th? Yeah, April the 20th, that was. On May the 5th, we've got a lunar eclipse happening here in your 5th house. So this shines a light on your creativity. It's romantic potentially, and encourages you to explore more of your creative potential. And creativity is not just art and music. It's cooking and gardening and computers and cars, and there's so many ways to be creative. Putting things together in new ways. And this could be an expansion for an existing business or the launch of a new product or service. And then finally, May the 17th, Jupiter comes into your sign, and it's a time of expansion, of growth. It happens every 12 years. So it's going to be important to open up to new opportunities, new things to learn, new things to share, stretching yourself out of your comfort zone, taking another risk or two. You're not the biggest risk taker in the books usually, Taurus, but it encourages you to step out and say, all right, I'm going, let me try. Let me contact that person. Let me launch that product. Let me design this. Let me reach out to that group. Let me put out this video. Whatever it is, take the risk. Jupiter holds you as you do it and encourages you. Now, on June the 12th, Pluto will go back here for the next few months until next year into your 9th house once again, encouraging you to reflect on the new directions that you want to take your life into. You may meet some very powerful people who really affect you on a deep level, and there's going to be deep healings taking place during this coming year. The next 2 to 3 years are going to be a time of tremendous healing, where we can take health and well-being to whole new levels. The understanding of the whole body, the etheric body, the astral body, the causal body, and beyond. And many of you may find yourselves very interested in this whole area. And either you'll be the recipient of some wonderful healing, or you may be giving it. But it's power, and it can be power not only in the medical field, but also in the psychological, the emotional field, not only physically. I'm excited here. Now, on October the 14th, we've got a solar eclipse happening in this 6th house. This is a new beginning for possibly a work direction. New beginnings, maybe some new habits that you're going to incorporate, healthier habits. Your health can take a spurt upwards, new energy, new ideas, new possibilities coming in. And on October the 28th, there is a lunar eclipse in your sign, lovely Taurus. And this shines a light on you and says, hey, you know, put yourself into the picture. Remember that you need to take care of you. And you may have been putting out a lot of energy, and it's important to come back to self and say, what do I need? What's important to me? What will recharge me once again? Now, all year, the retrograde energies of Mercury are going to be in earth signs. So this is going to be a year of thinking of your ideas and making them real. And luckily, you are an earth sign. So this can be a year where the dreams, the ideas, the thoughts, the visions can be put into practical use. Isn't that exciting, lovely Taurians? I think that's music to your ears. So there you have it. The potentials are there. Now it's up to you to take advantage of them, to explore them, to step out of that comfort zone that you do like to sit in, and to try new things and to meet new people, new stimulation, new perspectives. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment. I read them all, and I love hearing from you. So thank you for listening. I wish you a very happy new year, a wonderful 23-4. Much love.